Welcome to my world. I mean, it's a world that I've done as a collective effort. Got all these villagers here for trading. It's fantastic. It's amazing. I put an overflow storage, and there's an armory here for like making armor and stuff like that. And now this is all part of the Undercity, and it's something I kind of have to explain, or else you won't understand maybe the rest of the video. So yeah, the Undercity is literally just like this big area, and we usually access it by taking this pathway here. So yeah, Undercity right here, it's pretty important. It's part of the city that we have right now, and it's right here next to the community chest, which is probably like the premier storage across the entire server. More storage than I have in my personal base. And this is all part of the municipality of Sealand, right? And I just want to kind of build something here to commemorate all the collaborative kind of efforts we've had. You know, you can see these are some of my old friends' houses, and this is an Atlas Hall I built that I haven't really gotten to finish yet. There's a bunch of farms and animal sanctuaries in here, and it's a really great place. Now, the problem is getting around can be a lot, and not just from, like, say, here to the hall, right? There's a pretty straight road that goes that way. But I also need ways to go and travel across the land. Well, we'll figure that out here later in the episode, but first I want to create a area that will allow us a space to kind of record things that happen that aren't recordable with maps, maybe. And also just like a cool meeting space and future project space, maybe. Kind of just want to start up building in this world again because it's been quite a while. So let me roll this time lapse for you. I would like to talk about how this build has actually taken me quite some time. I originally laid ground for this back in early December before Path of Exile 2 came out, and now that I'm not super addicted to PoE 2 anymore, I've gotten back into Minecraft, and so for the past like 3 or 4 weeks, I've been slowly building up this entire project. Now, what you're seeing in front of you is the foundation of the Creaky Culture Center, something I wanted to kind of name it as such because the person who I'm currently working on the server with right now is a big fan of the new Creaky update. So eventually we're going to get some Creaky details to go along with this build, but for this episode you won't see anything like that. We're kind of just getting all the good stuff in place. Most of this even happened on 1.21.3 anyway, just as a reference. But yeah, with the way everything's been changing lately, and I've still been trying to keep up with, you know, making content and stuff like that, I kind of just shifted from grinding PoE to this awesomeness. And I've had a lot of fun with it, and I'm hoping to do some streaming with it soon. I just haven't gotten around to it because, well, stuff to get ready for work, basically. If you want to know more, feel free to come and ask me on stream. I'm live sometimes. It's kind of just a chill thing, but yeah. And we kind of had to clear out a bunch of area to get ready for the next part of the project, but I'll leave you with previous me. My favorite part of this build is how I basically keep changing it as I go along. As you can see here, I added these layers of quartz so the roof looks a bit better from the front side. And of course, I keep finding out that I haven't done the same thing for the back side. And eventually, I think we'll add a way to, like, basically, I wanted to keep this side open next to the railway so that you could walk down Western Ave. I want to be able to take that and continue it down through here. Either a pedestrian walk above the rail line or a sub-level access. And then I also want to make it go up this hill here. I don't know. It looks like I might have messed up some of the grid back here with the pumpkins. But yeah, speaking of the pumpkins, I eventually want to make it to where some of the newer areas of the city do not rely on this grid pattern of pumpkins, because I don't like how it looks in the snow from a distance or on maps. Kind of like how I did this plaza as well. I kept with the pumpkins in this instance, but I also added lanterns. And at one point I was using end rods, but I feel like they were actually not helping the look of the place, and it kind of felt a bit more cagey the way I was doing it, so I'm glad I got rid of those. I want to put a railroad station right about here, basically just making sure, you know, we got this thing up and running. And I hope you enjoyed the video, so please drop a like. You guys like my new skin, by the way? I changed it to kind of like some kind of Viking, and it looks a lot better, I think, with the armor. At least it fits the eyes, you know? Before, my eyes were kind of covered up by the helmet. Glad we could do that. We're in the process of getting the rail station done. I hope you're enjoying the time lapses and stuff like that. I'm hoping that by the time I get all this mangrove, I hopefully have enough clay and everything like that to finish the build. So yeah, say I'm over here grabbing some stuff up out of the community chest, and I realize that something is wrong in the city and needs a closer look at. Well, you can come over here to the Culture Center, and it has a new functionality to help me with this issue. Take, for example, that pathway needs to be done. I have an inspection record written for that, so I take my inspection record form, and I take it down here into the Creaky Culture Center, and we go into the central office, I guess I'm calling it, CO, it just kind of fit. And in here, we have current outstanding records of inspection. So for example, that pathway that needs to be fixed is written in here, right here. So I have a little bit of a format for it, and then current outstanding records all go here, and then completed objectives of records of inspection, like inspection number 3. Potato and wheat silos in the undershare are fed by redstone that appears to be active and accessible. Needs to be covered for safety and operational security. Let's take a look at that. Now, as you can see, we are in the Undercity now, and it looks like this is now covered up. You can kind of see the hoppers behind it, but that's not an issue. Redstone that appears to be active and accessible is covered for safety and operational security. Awesome. Now back behind here, it's a little bit of a different story, but I can put in a different inspection record with this right here. So if I go to inspection record 5, I put the dates. Please cover up the back sides. So now that we have it written out and it seems like there's not really any typos, we can sign it as inspection number 005. And now we can go put this inspection record form into the place upstairs. Let's put record 3 back where it goes. Now this has an incorrect name on it. I think I'll have to get some anvils up here to make sure that that doesn't keep being a problem. But yeah, this inspection record needs to go in here for later attendance. And I think that these having CO on the front of them maybe is kind of like part of the theme here, you know, current outstanding and completed objectives. I don't know, maybe something to do with that. And then we'll have more records here, like Municipality of Sealand has a street naming record right here. And yeah, just other spaces we can fill in the future, making this really a center for not just this city we have right here in this area, but a city that spans really a much larger area. This is the beginning of the future for this world, I think, and that's really what's important. And in case you want to see a closer look at it, here is the rail station. Now we have gotten a door over this loading dock for now, because this loading dock and interior is not complete at all, so I put it down closed for maintenance for now. That's fine. I put my mules out here. Mr. Almost Lost is sitting location where I'll probably find them later. And yeah, this place looks great. Honestly, I really enjoyed putting this together. I'm not huge on these doors just yet, but I like that you can just easily pass through them. Here's how I'm going to do it. I'm probably going to do like a front desk right here with lost and found back here. Probably change the way this wall is and everything. I kind of have to put a ceiling in, but I'm really not tied down on the entire layout just yet, because what I want is an easy access to go to Metro, easy access if you want to take the North line, and then another easy access to the West line. And I'm really thinking this is not going to be the ultimate form of it, but this is where I'm at with the rail line back to my personal village. I think it's fine, but here's the thing. All of this going all the way down there needs to be redone, as well as a little bit further down, like probably like 50 blocks further down that way. All of this needs to be redone, and so therefore this will probably be redone as well. It's also not very fitting for the build right now. I kind of just threw in stuff that looked decent until I get to it at another point. I think the western line might be better suited going like here. I mean, it looks pretty good so far. I don't want to toot my own horn too much, but oh wow, I didn't even finish that. Yeah, well, this goes down here into the Metro. I've readjusted the entire thing. So instead of taking the Metro from right below the community chest, like that stairway right here into the Undercity, it used to also lead over here to the Metro. Now this east line goes all the way down, starting from the rail station, and the north line also starts at the rail station here. This will be better for the long-term goal of the project, having all like the central travel point being the rail station, and keeping it right next to the community chest is exactly what we want, right? Because we want this to be accessible, and we want to eventually create, and here's what I'm thinking with the loading dock section, right? We eventually want to create a way to easily move items between the Undercity and this building slash the community chest. So it'll take some doing, and what I'm hoping with this project is to keep intact everything around here. I have no chimneys on this building, and it's starting to kill me. All right, well guys, thank you for joining me today. This has been a whole lot of work that I've been putting in over the last couple months, so please, if you can, drop a like. Let me know what you think about the build, and anything maybe you think I'm missing, let me know in the comments below. All right guys, take it easy. Peace out.